Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, February 23rd, 2022. Taking a look at the timing windows from yesterday, we had the high of the day come in the that wide window that we had from 8 to about 11:40. You can see right on our blue vertical line where we had the white on the A1 pane here in this bright green window where that high came in. A little bit after that, we had a retest of that high, a false break, and then the big move down. So we had a really great setup right there. Then we had a window at about 2000 last night, and in the quiet time, these windows are not that effective. So between like 6 p.m. and midnight Eastern time, I don't really look to be trading in this low volatility, low volume, choppy area. But as we get into the European Open, after midnight, when you get about 2 a.m., volatility starts to pick up and trading activity starts to become more active. So then we had this overlap between the A2 and A3 on these bright green windows, and we made an overnight high in that time about 4:45. Now I want to show you something using the pH indicator with this, how you can look at aligning the P1, P2, P3 ribbons, projecting trends, and identifying where these trends may end in these windows. So let's take a look at these two timing blocks on the pH. Here's the pH chart. Now on the first high we were looking at came right here at the end of this red trend line. Then you see the double top with the quick false break, and then the plunge began. Well, if you notice where the overnight session low came in was in the lighter purple P2 and the red P1. If you look for the next occurrence of that happened right here where you have the purple P2 and the red P1. So I drew the red trend line between those points. So by knowing where the low of the day was when a similar color block on the pH falls in inside that window, that's your likely point to get that high or that end of trend. So this is where that window was on the vedic chart. I'm going to pencil it in here. It was right about like that. And then I'm going to just drag the vedic in so you can see that again. Okay, there was that initial high. Now remember, we're looking at a 4-minute chart here on the vedic and a 1-minute on the pH. So there are those two highs. There's that timing window. There's the blue vertical line that marked the white box on the A2 ribbon. Now going back to the pH, this is that same point. So by knowing where the overnight significant low came in, you can look after this trend is going to culminate. You can look in the timing window to find the similar pH box and get that point of where that trend is going to terminate. Now we've got the same situation just happened here this morning where we have a yellow block with a light blue ribbon up above it. Now that's going to be this area here. If you look at the times, we had this high came in our overlap of our timing windows. Look at A1, A2, and A3. We've got the big green box overlap. The high came in about 4:45 to 4:50. If you look at this, here's your 445 area right there at the top. The low came in yesterday on the yellow P2 block in the light blue P1 area. Projecting that segment forward, skip the first match because we're in a downtime in no man's land in the middle of the chop. Go to the next block. In the timing window, here's the yellow P2 and the light blue P1. The timing block gives you an 8-minute window where that high is going to come in. Now that's been done 2 consecutive days in a row. Now you're not going to get a situation like this every day, obviously, but you're going to get a lot of these situations throughout the year that are going to give you tremendous trade setups. So that's all I want to point out today. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow. Thanks for watching.